On Hulu this morning, I watched Sicario from 2015, directed by a guy whose name I don't remember. I think it might have been David. Starring Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin. See, there's a connection. I like it when I have a little connection in my movie reviews. So, Emily Blunt is kind of a veteran of this task force looking for kidnapped victims, kind of SWAT kind of stuff. But she's looking to build cases. She gets recruited after this bus kind of goes bad. They find a whole lot of dead bodies. 2 officers are killed in an explosion. She gets recruited by Brolin and Del Toro to join them in capturing the guy responsible for this stuff. So they have to head over to Mexico secretly. They have a prisoner transport moment that ends up a little Black Hawk Down-ish. And I had thought in the marketing for this that it was kind of like Black Hawk Down for the Mexico drug cartel storyline. And in a lot of ways it isn't. You know, it spans over several days. They get that thing sorted out on the highway pretty quick. And though there's a brutal shooting, they say rules of engagement, you can't fire unless fired upon. But they're just letting bullets fly. She doesn't like the way this goes. People are getting tortured to give up information. And she's very by the book. She has a tough time taking it all in. A lot of vomiting, a lot of, I need a cigarette every other scene. I need a drink. Her partner takes her to a bar, gets hit on by Shane from The Walking Dead. Shit's sake. And hearing a lot of stuff in the trees behind me and everything. So I'm looking over my shoulder. So, takes him back to her place. That's the way to go. And it turns out that he's paid off by the cartel. He was either going to get some information out of her or try to kill her. She attacks him, he attacks her back. And then Del Toro shows up, puts a gun on him. They torture this guy up, get information from him about who all's crooked. Go after the top cartel guy in America, seize all his money. Knowing he's going to get in trouble, get called to Mexico, they follow him. There is a tunnel between Mexico and I think it's Arizona that's they access at night. Now rules of engagement are weapons free. They just go in like this is a military operation with a bunch of Delta guys. And Emily Blunt realizes that she's there only because these guys can't operate on U.S. soil without it being a joint mission. So there's some kind of police crossover authority role. And so stuff's not going quite right. It's revealed that Benicio del Toro is essentially Kaiser Sose of the Mexican drug cartels. Though I think they're saying that he's from Cuba. He'll work for anybody that can get him closer to killing the people who killed his family. And that's what he does. And you know, he's stacking bodies up in the process. Kills this one cop who we periodically through the movie were checking in with, kind of wondering what side he's with. He seemed to be with Mexico, but he's one of them crooked ones, a little bit crooked. As crooked as he is, he must have just turned because his family's living in a shanty town. And he's working for the drug cartel. Aren't these people supposed to be doing okay? So anyhow, he gets taken hostage, told to follow the guy they're trailing from the U.S. to Mexico. He does his part. He's not putting up a fight. Killed by Benicio del Toro anyways. So then Del Toro gets into that guy's car, has him go into the crime lord's mansion, kills a bunch of people there, sits down with his family, shoots everyone in the head, even though he's basically hip firing from a dinner table while seated. Implausible good accuracy from guns in this movie. It's like everybody's James Bond. So this goes down. He's got his revenge. Next we know Emily Blunt's back in the movie after like a 15-minute hiatus. And you're thinking, oh, she's the lead, but it kind of transferred over to Del Toro, and this title, Sicario, is like assassin. So he's the hitman. He's actually the title character. But you don't know that until late in the movie. Well, he shows up at her place, says, hey, you just signed this document, says we did everything by the book. You're going to sign this document or it's going to look like suicide. Puts a gun up to her. And, you know, that really got her to change her opinion quick. And so she signs begrudgingly. Then he leaves the apartment, but she pulls her gun out. She's going to shoot him. She's all shaky. And I'm like, you know, this is surely going to be where she one-ups him, even though he's kind of a sympathetic character, though a mercenary of sorts in this drug cartel war. But no, she doesn't. She backs off and realizes that this is the kind of guy you need to win the war on drugs here. In many ways, I thought this was a smarter film than maybe it was marketed as. I expected some Mary Sue action here, but Emily Blunt doesn't just show up and do everything better than the Delta guys. I see some people saying that she was annoying, but I didn't mind that. And actually telling the story through her eyes allowed for a lot of the surprises. You know, I thought Sicario was pretty likable. It is amazing how any movie now that has a little bit of a music in it, just some percussion, suddenly gets an Oscar nomination for Best Original Score. Isn't that weird? Yeah, I like this movie though. I give Sicario 3 out of 4 stars. Oh, you know what? Yeah, also, at the end he wants her to sign the paper, right? If these guys are so beyond going by the book, why don't they just forge her signature? Let that sink in.